Hey, good afternoon. Welcome to Justice Files. I'm standing here beside a sign that apparently, I guess, got a written up on. We want to bring the owner over here who's running for mayor, Ms. George Rosario. Could you come on over here, please, and tell me the complaint that you had filed against you, and also look at my viewers, and then let me know why the complaint, because I'm still seeing vote here, and I'm seeing for. Is that what this means?
That's what that means.
So it means vote and for. So
Right.
it's elect, vote for, U.S. Army veteran, ready and willing, George L. Rosario, Groveland Mayor District. So,
Correct.
Why don't you explain to me why did you receive something on this, and then secondly, who the complaint that was filed from?
Well, first of all, I got the complaint from the Ethics Commission yesterday, and I was picture on it of one of my signs. The sign indicated that the FOR word was not on the bottom between the name and the Groveland for mayor was not underneath it. After checking all of my other sign, upon receiving the notice yesterday, all of them have them, except with the exception of this one located across the street from Trilogy.
Okay, so all other signs, which I will be looking into to make sure, I'll post it down the bottom of the signs, and I also will post the complaint that you had filed from the elections
Commission.
Commission of
The Election Commission.
Election Commission Board. We'll be posting that, and this goes under whether or not how people view things, what is going on in the voting world, and how people run their campaigns. Now, explain to me now the different locations that you have. This location is in front of Trilogy. Where are the other locations for fact checking?
The other location is right down the hill on Cherry Lake and Wilson Park Boulevard, down the hill on Cherry Lake. There's another one on Highway 50 by the entrance of the city of Groveland near Waterside Point. There's another one across the street from Publix on Highway 50 on the south side. There's also another one at the Pavilion where City Council meets.
Okay.
There's also another one across the street from 19 and Highway 50 from Red Coyote's restaurant. Okay. Also, there is another one across the street from the Tractor Supply facing west. And of course, again, these other ones down here on Cherry Lake and Wilson Lake Parkway, which is the one that I found to be the only one that the FOR word was gone.
Okay.
And what my printer has done, and this is what we did with all of them, that they had them, upon checking all of them, this is the only one I find that the three-letter word for was peeled off. So it was peeled in a matter that just, and of course, it's the only one that I find here across the street from Trilogy.
Okay, now, let me ask you this. You know, I'm going to ask you this question. I always say it. What Napoleon said, a great lack of statesmen in the world. To get power, you need to display absolute pettiness. To exercise power, you need to show true greatness. And that's saying, what does that mean to you? Because there's a lot of games are being played in politics all over the place. And that section right now is dedicated to showing those games, and then also pointing out people's views and what can be done to an opponent or can be done to you in that aspect. How do you feel about that?
Well, you know, first of all, this is not the only sign that's been targeted for vandalism. There was another one here in the same location that the bottom of the legs were broken off. There are other signs here that were not touched. So this is the second sign that goes up on this location. I see that, you know, there is games being played and all along the politics aspect of it, you know. And so if you can clearly see this part of it here, of this sign, you know, it was resecure per the advice of my campaign manager.
Okay. Hey, Mr. Wilson, how you doing? That was the other opponent who stopped by here, Mr. Wilson, him and his wife, I gather, taking a picture of us covering this story. We appreciate them. Listen, we're going to look further into it and appreciate your time. As always, we're looking into everything that goes on and finding all sides of it. We thank you for your time.
Thank you, Mr. Justice. And I'm going to be placing this adhesive on this again. This is what's been pulled off. Again, this is vandalism on my signs, but that's politics.
appreciate you putting that there. Now that we know this is completed, you have 4 here, and por means 4, correct?
Exactly.
I don't speak Spanish, but we're definitely trying to work on it here.
It's a way of letting the Hispanic know, both in Spanish and English, and there was no problem with us checking on it. There's nothing that prohibits us to communicate with the voters.
So you
also in
did
Spanish.
fact check all
Yes,
this?
I did.
Okay, well that's what we appreciate, because again, we're going to do the same thing to make sure everything is okay. Of course, the opponent just left here. We're glad that they stopped by to see how things were going with this sign. Tell them we said hi. Thanks a lot.